Welcome to another mailbag video, which is going to be somewhat limited. I don't have a lot of stuff here, mostly because I do purchase a lot of stuff on AliExpress, but some of these were already featured in some of the recent videos, like uh, for example, the compressor build or the driveway light build, and also some others will be featured in some other videos, like the relays that I talked about in the driveway build, where I you know got some pretty bad relays, and there's a couple of more relays. And for example, this is the right angle USB-C connector that I bought for this Android Auto head unit, which I also featured in a separate video, and the LED lights that are for the AN Penta Mini. Couple of miscellaneous electronic equipments that I bought for the PCB badges, and a couple of other things that I needed for, let's say, my holiday house, and I've already taken them there without even talking about this, like these magnetic hooks, and then some other hook types, so I can hang some string lights. Yeah, and a couple of phone cases, which I'm not really interested about. But I have a couple of interesting stuff that I want to share, and maybe on some I can also get your opinion as well. Maybe I'll get the big ones out. So I, I bought this in the summer for the kids because I've seen so many of these, water guns on TikTok and YouTube that can shoot small amounts of water very far. And I thought, okay, let's buy the cheaper one or the cheapest one and see if it's really any good or it's just a piece of crap. And actually, it's fairly decent. So I'm just going to overlay. I don't remember how much I paid for this, but it's like that. It's like a handgun, and it comes with two water tanks. So this is the bigger water tank, and the smaller water tank is just like that. And then you fill it up with water. Yeah, there's a filler hole, and then you put it in, and you can shoot. And I don't know if the battery is still working. I mean, of course, it doesn't do anything at the moment, but it really shoots like small amounts of water, like 5 meters away. So actually, it's fairly decent. But my kids were not, overly aesthetic about this, so I don't think I'm going to buy more stuff. It's very basic. It has this cap here, and then you remove this plastic thing, and there is a battery with a very simple 2-pin connector. So that's basically just a small 18650, well, not even 18650, but some sort of small lithium cell. And then it comes with this very basic USB charger that you can charge it. But it works, and it shoots water for at least half an hour. So yeah, it's not bad at all. So yeah, that was good. So the next thing is a couple of chargers and stuff. So I'm looking for some basic charger, the one which has a couple of different outputs. So I picked this one up. It's mostly for that I use in the garage to charge, like charge bar headlights for the bicycle. Maybe if I can, I wanted to one which has some decent power output. So if I want to quickly charge my phone, then it can deliver. So you see, it has one PD output with 33 watts, and another USB-C and another USB-A, and it says GAN 65 watts. I'm not really sure how this 65 watt is going to add up. If this is 33, maybe it can deliver 33 on the other 3 ports or the 2 ports. So yeah, maybe it's like, I mean, it's completely unbranded. Not unbranded. I only use it for a few different stuff, but seems to be working fine. Nothing to, nothing static, but again, for a cheap general charger, maybe that's going to work it. And I'm still looking for something. So if you have some recommendations for, just some generic USB charger, it doesn't have to be, very, high power, then, I'm up for ideas. Or maybe I should start watching one of more Quindor videos, because he buys USB equipment all the time. And I also bought some USB cables to go with it. So I have a few stuff from Tukey, I think they mentioned. And I find that it's a good quality. So I bought two of these. They are rated at 100 watts. They have a small display and this nice braided cable, and they come in different colors. So I think I have one blue and I have this one. It wasn't expensive. It looks fine. I haven't really tested the 100-watt capability, so maybe I could use it with my laptop, which goes up to 65 watts, at least to see if it goes up to 65 watts. But yeah, I mean, I guess it does. It should. The other two things I found in Andreas's channel, you know, the Swiss guy, the guy with the Swiss accent, who does ESP and all sorts of projects. And it's basically two, workshop equipment accessories. So one is this container, and I use it to, oh, okay, that's the brand. So it looks like it's a very decent brand, to be honest. And these are these containers or dispensers, and I use it to store IPA. So you dab this, and it dispenses a small amount of IPA here, or whatever liquid. So you can use it for acetone. I use it for IPA. So now you can see it just pumps up a small amount of liquid, and then you can dab like tissue paper or cleaning paper, and it's a much easier application than trying to open up the bottle and then do something like this. And I did some tests, and actually I have a mark here, and I was watching the fluid level, and it wasn't going down. So definitely the seal on this is legit. It doesn't let the IPA evaporate. So this is nice. I can definitely recommend this. I'm even thinking about getting another one because I use IPA, and I have another bottle for acetone. So maybe I can have two of these. That's the brand. And they seem to have a lot of shop equipment. So it's worth to check for those or look for those in AliExpress to see if they have anything else, because they seem to have decent quality. And this one, it's a grease gun. And I'm not really sure if it's the same brand, but in one of the previous mailbags, I bought like an oiling canister, which you can push, like a small one, and that's a piece of crap. It just leaks oil everywhere. But this looks to be really nice. So you can open this up, you can fill it up with grease, and then it pumps the grease out here. And I mean, oops, I didn't want this to happen. Anyway, so this is like bicycle grease, but again, the applicator is good. It doesn't leak stuff anywhere else. It does what it's supposed to do. So that was a really good one. So again, might even buy another one. So use this for, well, okay, may not buy another one because I have this one single grease, and I have a big grease gun with that I can use for grease nipples. But that's nice. It's a very nice applicator. You can see it shoots out a very small stream of grease. So yeah, I can recommend that one as well. The next one, well, the next two, or the last two, is going to be glasses or binoculars. Because I'm getting into the age where I have some problems with my eyesight. Specifically, I cannot really solder anymore, because when I have to get really close to the things that I can actually see, especially the small SMD parts, and I can see the pads just to make sure that I have a good solder, it gets a little bit blurry. So I'm just at that level where it is getting too close. I cannot focus it to something that close. So I was looking for something which is, very, which is going to help me that. So it doesn't have to have a big magnification. So first I bought this one, and this is not good. Well, first of all, it even has some additional lens which go on here, but I think even this standard lens gives you 5 times magnification. By the way, the ergonomics is, fairly good. It's a little bit tight, and I can get it on my eyes, so I have sort of like stereoscopic vision, and I can turn this on, and it gives me lights. But the problem is that it's so high magnification that if I want to see my fingers, I have to be this close. So there's no way you can get a soldering iron here. I mean, this is, to be honest, ideal to pick splinters from my hand, but I don't think I would be able to use it for anything else. And these lights here looks like gimmicky, but actually they help. They, you know, they illuminate the subject. So it's not a bad one, but it's not for, you know, soldering. So I was looking for some other product and I came across this one. So actually this one was really cheap. I think it was like $2 or $3. So it's, you know, it's not a huge investment if you need something like that. But then I bought this one, which was more expensive. I think it was like around a tenner. And the reason I bought this, because as it says on the box, it has 5 set of lenses with these varying magnifications. And actually it comes in a box, or you have a USB cable to charge it. And then it comes in this box where you have all these individual replaceable lenses. And actually there is some decent weight to this. So this is probably made of plastic, but probably like, you know, not the cheapest, you know, shittiest plastic, to be honest. So you have all these replaceable heads. You can see that. You have the 5 times magnification. And I think I have the 1.5 times magnification now in the... oh, you even get a cloth. And this one is perfect. So if I put this on, ooh, there's a light. Ooh. Ah, 2 different light levels. There is a USB connector. So I can't really see anything. I mean, everything is blurry now. But if I do this, sorry, can I be in the frame? So this one is now in focus. So that's about like 30-40 centimeters, like a foot away from me. And so that's perfect. So if I can, you know, I can look at this, for example, now in my hands, and I can see it sharp. And if I turn the lights on, it actually illuminates to this distance. So I was looking for some manual. I think it's this one, or maybe something similar. So it is printed for ants. I mean, you can see in my hand, it's absolutely tiny. But actually, I had another one which was even smaller. So, I mean, I can just read this, but I'm really struggling. But with this, oh, this is perfect. I can read it, and the light helps, and it's absolutely clear, and it is not like this close. So, you know, primarily I bought this for soldering, but I think it's going to be perfect because like if the subject is here, anything that I want to solder is like here, I can easily get in here with a soldering iron. There is enough space. Of course, I'm not going to burn myself, and I can see everything clearly. So this was a good buy. And if you have eyesight problems like me, that you don't need glasses even for reading or for long distance, but you know, looking at really the small stuff, that really helps. And I think out of this whole enclosure, most probably I'm only going to use this 1.5 times magnification. But if for anything else, I need the 5 times magnification, which is actually I think it's the same magnification as this old lens. Then, yeah, I have this replacement lens, and it's very easy to replace them because you can just, I mean, I don't want to touch the lens, but yeah, sorry, yeah, you can just unclip it, and it just a press fit, and it stays in place. And it's quite chunky, these sides, but obviously are now going to vary for the whole day. And you can adjust these. I have no idea what these nibbles are called, but everything is metal here, so you can just bend them away. I mean, I have very thick nose as well. So that was a good find and a good buy. So I definitely wanted to include this in case you are looking for something like these kind of inspection glasses, or you know, like hobby glasses for hobby work, and just make sure that you can see something up close. I haven't really looked at my demographics. I'm not really sure if you are the same age as me, but yeah, we all have problems. So anyway, that was all about it. I mean, I have, as I said, I have a lot of other stuff, but I think these were the only ones which were worth mentioning. And of course, I'm just going to include the links in the video description. So if you are interested in any of these, you know, 11.11 is just around the corner. So you can just, you know, look around, see how much they cost. Try to make the screenshots. No, actually, I'm going to make the screenshots of the orders, how much I paid for them. So you will see if the prices has gone up or down for the 11.11 promotion. Okay, so I think that's going to be all for today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video.